Good day to my lecturer and to those who are watching my video. First of all, I want to say thank you to my lecturer who letting me to do this project, which is a safety product. For my safety product, what I choose is a knife. So it was a safety knife. So the reason why I choose knife is because as we know that knives are very dangerous because it's very sharp, especially at home, that there are a lot of kids at home that they do not know about this kind of stuff because they are too young to know what is knife, and sometimes they tend to play with it because they think it is a toy or whatsoever that they can play with, and sometimes parents are very careless that they do not look after their children because they are too busy with their work. So kids tend to play around with it alone, or sometimes they use it to eat food at home. Okay, so here are the existing products of the knife. As you can see, it comes with different kind of design, different kind of shapes, and different kind of colors too. Then here comes my inspiration, where how they design the knife. You see there's a curvy knife, the colorful knife, and how the safety is being designed with it. As you can see, as the knife handle can be used as a case by itself to cover the blade. And then the type of material that I want to look for is different kind of material that they use to make the knife. As you can see, what they use are wood or aluminium or steel or fingerprint or some machine they use to smoothen the wood texture or how they made the blade. And here are the user sector that I want to think of. Who do I want to make it for? As you can see, here are different kind of people with different kind of purpose or different kind of knife. As you can see, there are people who use knife in the kitchen to cook veggie, to cut chicken, slice chicken, lamb, or you can see some people use it to go hunting where they can catch wild boar or deer, or some even use it as a bakery. You can see where they used to cut the bread, and sometimes they use it for architecture, where they used to cut the model. Well, you can see there are different kind of knife with a different kind of function that they can use it for. So after I look for all this kind of study, I try to make some sketches with different kind of safety they can use. As you can see, here are the safety of the knife holder, where they can unlock using a fingerprint, or here where they can use the handle as its own casing. Yeah, so these are some few sketches which I add up some fingerprint on it, or like this, uh, the picture is upside down. Yeah, so once I try to do some sketches, I look for my concept, like what do I want to use my concept for. So what I use is a tortoise. So why tortoise? Because tortoise has a very hard shell, and and it tends to hide itself inside the shell, so it won't get injured by its prey, so its prey cannot attack them, so they'll feel very safe inside their shell, so they don't get injured or they don't get hurt or they don't even bleed. So here comes my design. So my design was a safety knife, and I call it CP knife. Why CP knife? I will uh, explain it. As it is a tortoise, it sip out and sip in into its shell. So that's the reason why I put CP knife. Just like the same function as the turtle. I do not take the shape of the turtle, but I take this concept by using the characteristic of this turtle. So here comes my idea development. What I use is a blade and knife cutter. So I combine these two with a combination of fingerprint. So what did I get is this, and out of this design, as you can see, there's a fingerprint here, there's a blade here, and this is the case. And what I use the case for is a cocobolo wood. As you can see, the texture here, and you can see once the fingerprint is used, the knife will comes out. And if they don't use the knife, the blade goes back into the case. So in a way that it is very safe for the kids, that they don't get injured by the blade, because this fingerprint only can sense by the owner of the knife. So the kids cannot unlock the knife. So here are how it looks like on the hand with the fingerprint scanner, and the wood, which I use a cocobolo wood because it's very strong and durable, and the silver steel blade. So let's say, for example, the blade ran out, uh, like after you sharpen it for a few times. In a way that they can save budget is that they just change the blade and replace a new blade by using the same casing. So the blade is replaceable. And this is a top view of the blade, and here's the bottom view of the blade. So as you can see that the wood is very nice texture with it. Okay, so here are the steps of how I built the knife model. So what I use material is a mounting board, and once I use mounting board, I tried to uh, draw the shape of the knife, the layout on the mounting board before I cut it using this pen knife and ruler and this cutting map. Okay, once it's done, I cut the layout out. As you can see, they are big to small size to get the smooth surface. So after that, I combine. Here's the combination of the mounting board with the larger to the smaller. Okay, so I combine it, and I use this sandpaper to smoothen the surface. So what I use is a hard, a rough sandpaper first to smoothen it, and secondly, the smoother sandpaper to get the smooth surface. So once it's done, it looks like this. So it tends to combine the shape of the knife. Then I use this pile bond because this is the only material I have. So I use it to lay on the board to get the smooth surface and also to cover the line of the whole of the knife. And then I smoothen it. I smoothen the surface. So after it's smoothened, I combine these two together and stick it together by using white glue. So I leave it to dry under the sun, and also I spray it after that. After the thing is dry, I spray it again using a white spray. And as you can see, there's fingerprint here and there's a blade here. So once it's done, I draw a texture of the cocobolo wood on the modeling, on the knife model, as you can see here. And then here it looks like once it's been painted by a marker to get that wood texture. Okay, so this is the white spray that I used just now. Yeah, so once it's done, I test the model knife. So here's my model. He represent for me to cut the knife. This is cutting what you call that, a flower something. Yeah, and also to cut the potato, and it is very strong and very comfortable, as my representative said, and he commented on it. and he recommended to buy it. So here are the wood texture, as you can see from the right view. Yeah, and the blade. And this is the front view. As you can see how the space that the blade goes in. And the left view, it still looks like a real wood texture. And this is the isometric view from the top view. And there's a fingerprint you can see to unlock it. Yeah, isometric view. There's a top view. And this is the bottom view. And this is the back view of the handle. All right. So as you can see, it is very, very, uh, very pretty, as you can see there. Okay. Then comes to my PBS. PDS is a product design specification. So my item name, what I used was a sipping knife, as you can see, sipping knife. All right. And material, what I used was a cocobolo wood and a carbon steel with a fingerprint. Okay. And the weight is 150 to 300 gram. Oh yeah. By the way, my knife design is based on customer needs. So for example, like the customer want it to be this size, and they can make it into this size. If they want it to make it big, they'll just make it big. So basically, what I mean is that the it is custom made for the customer if they want to. Okay. And also uh it it is dark brown handle, as it is the same like the texture of the cocobolo wood. So we did not change any texture. It's the pure original carbon uh cocobolo wood. And also the steel is the silver carbon steel. And the safety is unlocked by the fingerprint. And the target users is any kitchen users, especially at home, or maybe sometimes the family can bring it to picnic, or they can use it to go camping. So the price is 150 to 250. Like I said, it depends on the size of the customer, what do they want, because everyone have a different kind of hand size. Some are big, some are small. It depends. So they can like be custom made. Yeah, because wood is very easy to cut. And also the special designs feature is a very durable and safety feature. Yeah, the blade length, total length, everything is based on the customer needs. Okay, so uh, here are my poster for the CP knife before I promote it. So here is a CP knife. So I sell it for a 40% discount now, and it comes with a fingerprint scanner and a cocobolo wood, which is tropical, and also it is your number one safety. Well, you can get this promo code by typing CP40. Well, the discount applies from November 27 to 30th of this year. So if any of those who are interested and wanted a safety knife, feel free to get this and do not miss out the chance to buy this knife. This is all from me. Thank you.